Imagine standing before Gothic cathedrals that pierce heavens while golden sunlight bathes lavender fields stretching beyond horizons. Picture yourself wandering through medieval villages where cobblestone streets echo with centuries of stories, while chateaux rise from vineyard-covered hills like fairy tale dreams made real. France unfolds like poetry, written in stone and starlight, where alpine peaks crowned with snow meet Mediterranean coastlines kissed by turquoise waves, where ancient Roman amphitheaters host modern festivals. And where every sunset paints masterpieces across landscapes that have inspired artists for millennia. This is the land of joie de vivre, where Parisian boulevards pulse with timeless elegance. Join mind-blowing travels as we unveil France's most breathtaking treasures. France holds secrets that make it truly extraordinary among nations. This magnificent country produces over 400 varieties of cheese, enough to enjoy a different one every day of the year while never repeating. The Eiffel Tower grows 6 inches taller in summer due to thermal expansion, while France spans 12 time zones thanks to its overseas territories, making it the nation with the most time zones worldwide. French pharmacies display green crosses that flash like beacons, and the country consumes more cheese per capita than any other nation. 26 kilograms annually per person. The Louvre Museum would take 100 days to see every artwork for just 30 seconds each, while France's wine regions produce 7 to 8 billion bottles yearly. Most remarkably, it's illegal to name pigs Napoleon in France. France stretches across Western Europe like nature's masterpiece, encompassing diverse landscapes from snow-capped alpine peaks to sun-drenched Mediterranean beaches. From rolling Normandy countryside to dramatic Atlantic coastlines that showcase every geographical wonder within hexagonal borders, locals call Le Hexagone. The majestic French Alps thrust skyward along eastern borders, creating Europe's highest peaks, including Mont Blanc at 4,809 meters, while the Pyrenees form natural barriers with Spain through pristine mountain wilderness. The fertile Loire Valley winds through Chateau country, earning the nickname Garden of France for its perfect climate and rich soils that produce world-renowned wines. Brittany's rugged coastline faces the Atlantic with dramatic cliffs and hidden coves. While Provence's lavender fields stretch toward the azure Mediterranean Sea. France's cultural tapestry weaves Celtic traditions, Roman engineering, medieval Christianity, and Renaissance artistry into a sophisticated civilization that pioneered human rights, fine dining, and artistic expression while maintaining fierce pride in regional identities from Breton fishing villages to Basque mountain communities. This land witnessed Julius Caesar's conquests, Charlemagne's empire, and Napoleon's rise, while Gothic cathedrals reached toward heaven during medieval golden ages that produced illuminated manuscripts and architectural marvels. The French Revolution transformed world politics through ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, while French philosophers like Voltaire and Rousseau shaped Enlightenment thinking. Modern France embraces l'art de vivre, the art of living well, through leisurely meals featuring regional specialties, intellectual cafe conversations, and appreciation for beauty. France reveals itself as Europe's crown jewel through destinations that blend natural splendor with architectural magnificence, creating experiences that transform ordinary travelers into passionate Francophiles who carry memories of golden chateaux, reflections in Loire rivers, of lavender fields perfuming Provence's summer air, and of alpine peaks that pierce crystalline skies above pristine mountain lakes. From Paris's timeless elegance to Nice's Mediterranean glamour, from Normandy's dramatic coastlines to Burgundy's rolling vineyard landscapes. Every region offers profound encounters with beauty that has inspired artists, writers, and dreamers for centuries. Paris spreads along the Seine like humanity's greatest masterpiece, where iconic monuments rise from tree-lined boulevards, while world-class museums showcase treasures that define civilization itself, creating the city of light that has captivated hearts for over 2 millennia. The magnificent Eiffel Tower pierces Parisian skies at 330 meters, offering breathtaking panoramas across a cityscape where Gothic Notre Dame Cathedral neighbors the glass pyramid of the Louvre Museum, housing Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa among 35,000 artworks. The romantic Champs-Élysées stretches from Place de la Concorde to the triumphant Arc de Triomphe. While charming Montmartre district crowns the city with Sacré-Cœur Basilica's white domes overlooking cobblestone streets, where artists like Picasso and Renoir once painted magical scenes. The French Alps soar skyward like Europe's most spectacular mountain paradise, where snow-capped peaks pierce azure skies, while pristine valleys harbor crystal-clear lakes that reflect Mont Blanc's majestic 4,809-meter summit, Western Europe's highest point that attracts mountaineers from every continent. This magnificent range encompasses world-renowned ski resorts like Chamonix, birthplace of extreme skiing where the legendary Vallée Blanche glacier descent creates once-in-a-lifetime adventures through crevasse fields and ice formations sculpted by millennia. Summer transforms the Alps into hiking paradise, where wildflower meadows bloom beneath towering peaks. while traditional alpine villages like Annecy showcase medieval architecture reflected in turquoise lake waters. The spectacular Aiguille du Midi cable car ascends 3,842 meters, offering breathtaking panoramas across glaciated peaks. Nice curves along the Mediterranean, like the French Riviera's crown jewel, where the legendary Promenade des Anglais stretches beside azure waters, while Belle Epoque architecture creates an elegant seafront that has attracted aristocrats, artists, and sun-seekers since the 19th century's golden age of European leisure travel. This sophisticated coastal paradise enjoys over 300 days of sunshine annually. Perfect for strolling through the vibrant old town, where narrow medieval streets overflow with colorful markets, selling fresh produce, olive oil, and regional specialties like sake, chickpea pancakes cooked in wood-fired ovens. The dramatic Chateau Hill offers panoramic views across the Baie des Anges toward the snow-capped maritime Alps, while world-class museums showcase works by Chagall, Matisse, and other artists who found inspiration in the region's extraordinary light quality. Normandy stretches along France's northwestern coast like a living history book, where dramatic chalk cliffs guard D-Day landing beaches, while medieval abbeys crown hills above apple orchards that produce world-famous Calvados brandy and creamy camembert cheese in landscapes that inspired Impressionist masters. The iconic Mont Saint-Michel rises from tidal flats like a medieval miracle, its Gothic abbey spire reaching toward heaven, while massive walls withstand Atlantic storms that have crashed against foundations for over 1,000 years. Historic Bayeux preserves the legendary 11th century tapestry depicting Norman conquest of England, while nearby Omaha Beach and Utah Beach serve as solemn memorials to Allied forces who liberated Europe during World War II's turning point. Charming fishing villages like Honfleur showcase half-timbered houses reflected in harbor waters. Annecy nestles beside Europe's purest lake, like an alpine fairy tale come to life, where medieval canals wind through flower-bedecked old town streets, while snow-capped peaks reflect in crystal-clear waters that create the pearl of the French Alps, beloved by romantics and outdoor enthusiasts alike. The enchanting Palais de Lille sits mid-canal like a stone ship, housing a 12th century prison-turned museum, while pastel-colored houses line waterways that earned Annecy the nickname Venice of the Alps. For its unique canal system flowing from pristine Lake Annecy. This magnificent lake maintains 27.6 degrees Celsius temperatures in summer. Perfect for swimming while surrounded by dramatic mountain amphitheaters that create breathtaking reflections during golden hour. Medieval Château d'Annecy crowns the old town with panoramic views across alpine valleys. Montpellier pulses with youthful energy in southern France, like a perfect blend of medieval charm and modern innovation. Where Gothic cathedrals neighbor cutting-edge architecture, while ancient universities continue attracting brilliant minds from across Europe to this dynamic Mediterranean city just 10 kilometers from azure coastlines. The magnificent Place de la Comédie anchors the historic center with elegant 18th century facades surrounding the ornate Opéra Comédie, while narrow medieval streets overflow with boutiques, galleries, and sidewalk cafes that capture authentic French urban sophistication. The futuristic Antigone district showcases neoclassical architecture designed by Ricardo Bofill, creating harmonious modern neighborhoods that complement the medieval old town's winding passages and hidden courtyards. Nearby beaches offer Mediterranean relaxation. Strasbourg straddles the Rhine like Europe's crossroads capital, where Germanic half-timbered houses line canals, while Gothic Strasbourg Cathedral soars 142 meters above cobblestone squares in this UNESCO World Heritage City that serves as the European Parliament's seat and embodies Franco-German cultural fusion. The magnificent cathedral's astronomical clock draws crowds daily at 12:30, when elaborate mechanical figures perform their ancient dance, while the intricate rose window creates kaleidoscope light patterns across stone floors worn smooth by pilgrims across 8 centuries. The enchanting Petite France district showcases 16th century tanner houses reflected in Ill River canals, where covered bridges and medieval towers create fairy tale scenes that change dramatically with seasons. Traditional wind stubs serve regional specialties like choucroute garni and flammacueche. Colmar enchants visitors like a living medieval manuscript illuminated in bright colors, where half-timbered houses lean over cobblestone streets while flower-filled canals wind through the fairy tale Little Venice district that showcases Alsatian architecture at its most picturesque and romantic. This perfectly preserved medieval town centers around the magnificent Unterlinden Museum, housing Matthias Grunewald's masterpiece Isenheim altarpiece within a former Dominican convent, while the Gothic Saint Martin Cathedral towers above market squares where local vintners sell wines from surrounding vineyard-covered hills. The enchanting Pfister House displays elaborate Renaissance frescoes and Gothic oriel windows, while traditional wind stubs serve regional specialties like Bikeoff and Kaugelhopf in atmospheres that transport diners to medieval times. Colmar's Christmas markets transform the town into pure magic. Burgundy rolls across east-central France like nature's wine cellar, where golden vineyard slopes produce legendary Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, while medieval abbeys and Renaissance chateaux crown hills above village streets lined with stone houses that have sheltered vignerons for over 1,000 years. This prestigious wine region encompasses the Côte d'Or, Golden Slope, where climates vineyard plots create terroir so precise that neighboring vines produce wines selling for vastly different prices, reflecting subtle soil differences that Burgundian monks identified centuries ago. The magnificent Hospices de Beaune showcases Gothic architecture with its famous multicolored tile roof, while hosting annual wine auctions that set global Burgundy prices in cellars filled with priceless vintages. Charming Dijon serves as regional capital with mustard traditions and architectural treasures. Toulouse glows rose-pink along the Garonne River, like southwestern France's most dynamic metropolis, where terracotta brick architecture earned the nickname La Ville Rose, while aerospace industries make this the birthplace of Airbus aircraft and Europe's space program headquarters. The magnificent Basilique Saint-Sernin rises above medieval streets as Europe's largest Romanesque church, its octagonal bell tower visible across the city, while housing precious relics along ancient pilgrimage routes to Santiago de Compostela. The elegant Capitole building dominates the main square with its neoclassical facade and 128-meter-long gallery featuring paintings depicting Toulouse's history, while the Jacobins Church showcases unique palm tree vaulting that creates architectural marvels within Gothic walls. Garonne riverbanks offer pleasant walks past houseboats and waterside cafes. Aix perches dramatically on Mediterranean cliffs like an eagle's nest village, where medieval stone houses cling to precipitous slopes, 427 meters above azure seas, while exotic gardens cascade down terraces offering breathtaking panoramas across the French Riviera that stretch from Monaco to Saint-Tropez on crystal-clear days. This perfectly preserved medieval village, accessed only on foot through narrow cobblestone passages lined with artisan boutiques and galleries, while the exotic garden at the village summit showcases rare cacti and succulents from around the world against backdrops of infinite blue Mediterranean horizons. The romantic ruins of a medieval chateau crown the highest point. Where visitors experience sunset views that inspired philosophers like Nietzsche, who wrote parts of Thus Spoke Zarathustra while contemplating these very vistas. Traditional restaurants serve Provençal cuisine on terraces suspended above the sea. Lyon spreads between Rhône and Saône rivers like France's gastronomic capital, where silk-weaving heritage meets cutting-edge cuisine in this UNESCO World Heritage City that pioneered fine dining through legendary bouchons. Traditional restaurants serving Lyonnaise specialties that established France's culinary reputation worldwide. The magnificent Basilique Notre-Dame de Fourvière crowns Fourvière Hill like a white beacon visible throughout the metropolitan area, offering panoramic views across Roman ruins, Renaissance neighborhoods, and modern districts that showcase 2,000 years of continuous urban development. The mysterious traboules, hidden passageways connecting buildings, wind through Vieux-Lyon and La Croix-Rousse districts, once used by silk workers and French resistance fighters during World War II. Place Bellecour creates Europe's largest pedestrian square. Bordeaux curves along the Garonne River like wine's world capital, where elegant 18th century architecture lines cobblestone streets, while legendary chateaux surrounding the city produce vintages that define excellence in winemaking and have set global standards for over 8 centuries. This UNESCO World Heritage City showcases harmonious neoclassical facades along the spectacular Place de la Bourse, where the revolutionary water mirror creates perfect reflections of golden limestone buildings that exemplify French architectural sophistication. The magnificent Saint-André Cathedral towers above medieval streets, while the Gothic Pays Berlin Tower offers panoramic views across vineyard landscapes that stretch toward both Atlantic coastlines and rural countryside. Modern Bordeaux embraces contemporary culture through the striking CAPC Museum of Contemporary Art and the spectacular Cité du Vin, an architectural marvel celebrating global wine culture. Lourdes nestles in Pyrenean foothills like a beacon of faith and healing, where the sanctuary of Our Lady attracts over 5 million annual pilgrims to the grotto, where 14-year-old Bernadette Soubirous experienced 18 apparitions of the Virgin Mary in 1858, creating one of Christianity's most significant pilgrimage destinations. The magnificent Basilica of the Immaculate Conception rises above the sacred grotto, where spring water flows continuously, believed by millions to possess miraculous healing properties that have reportedly cured thousands of ailments verified by medical committees. The moving torchlight processions each evening create deeply spiritual experiences as pilgrims from every continent gather in prayer. While the massive underground Basilica of St. Pius X accommodates 25,000 worshippers beneath architectural marvels that seem to emerge from living rock. France reveals itself as Europe's most magnificent treasure, a nation where every village tells stories of kings and artists, where every vineyard produces liquid poetry, and where every cathedral reaches toward eternal beauty that transforms ordinary moments into profound memories. From Paris's timeless elegance to alpine peaks that pierce the sky, from Mediterranean coastlines kissed by golden light to medieval villages where time stands still. Every destination offers encounters with beauty that redefines what it means to truly live. This is more than travel. It's communion with a land that has perfected the art of living beautifully. France doesn't just welcome visitors, it seduces them with landscapes so beautiful they awaken desires to return again and again. Subscribe to mind-blowing travels for more epic adventures